What I can tell you, and Chris would affirm it, we both made the rail journey between Marseille and Nice, which takes about 2.5 hours. I swear they can hear this racket in Nice. There's such a noise in the Stade Velodrome. It looks magnificent, absolutely stunning. And the German fans to our left are just unveiling a huge German banner that will cover the whole of that stand. What a sight. And I know sadly there were empty seats in Lyon last night, and I hear reports, I wasn't there, that the atmosphere wasn't what was expected. There'll be no complaints tonight here in Marseille, Chris.
No, these are the most fanatical fans in France, and since I would say a good hour and a half now, we've heard nothing but noise, and they'll get right behind this side.
And as that German flag was unfurled away to our left, suddenly to our right it's just a mass of blue, French blue, and I won't pretend that that's the bulk of the French fans. They must be occupying, I'm sure, at least 2/3 of this stadium as the two teams emerge from the tunnel. What a noise, what a night, and what a shame that this isn't the final of Euro 2016. Pre-match, it certainly has the stature worthy of a final, but that's the way the draw came about, and that's what we live with. Portugal are in the final, and heaven help the Portuguese facing either Germany or France on Sunday. We await the playing of the two national anthems. Well, it was a rather different Stade Velodrome back in 1984 when France, the hosts in that year's European Championship, played and beat Portugal. It was a magnificent semi-final. Oh, that we have the equal of that tonight. The question is, will it be France or will it be Germany that go through to meet Portugal on Sunday at the Stade de France? Let me give you the two lineups. First of all, Germany's. The goalkeeper is Neuer. The defence is Kimmich, Boateng, Højbjerg and Hector. Then we've got Schahn and the captain Schweinsteiger. Then Ozil, Kroos and Draxler and Muller. Muller, we don't know whether he'll play out and out a number 9 or whether he'll be a withdrawn number 9. France, their goalkeeper and captain is Lloris. Their defence is Sagna, Koscielny, Titi and Evra. Then we've got Pogba and Matuidi. Then Sissoko, Griezmann and Payet. And finally, Giroud, the new sweetheart of French football. How times change after a couple of goals against Iceland.
Listen, he's an honest player, and we've just talked about him 5-10 minutes ago, and he's honest, he's genuine, he gives what he's got, and sometimes it looks good and sometimes when it looks bad, it does look bad, but he's honest and he sticks to it. He gives everything he's got for the shirt.
The two captains have already met on the halfway line and tossed the coin, or the referee Nicola Soli of Italy tossed the coin. I just want to mention Schweinsteiger because he wouldn't be in the team tonight, almost certainly, if Khedira hadn't been injured. But Schweinsteiger's playing his 38th game in either a World Cup final series or a European Championship final series, and no one else in any country can match that. And he's only 31 years of age.
Yeah, he seems to have had a few injuries the last few years though, Alan, and I think his legs have slightly gone, as we've seen over the course of the last year. So, but it's still a marvellous achievement, and he is a top player. I'm sure he can get back. Hopefully, he can get back to that fitness levels he showed the last couple of years.
I'm glad you've had all the makeup removed from your television appearance of about 40 minutes ago. It was a magnificent climb for Chris. I'm telling you, we must be 100 yards from the touchline where Chris was. We're underway. Germany against France. France in their blue shirts and blue shorts, red socks against Germany's white shirts, black shorts and black socks. And immediately Boateng's under a little bit of pressure, plays the ball back far too firmly to Neuer, who controlled it brilliantly off his chest and then hooked the clearance away on the volley. That is a true sweeper keeper. We've got one at both ends.
You're not happy with that back pass first minute of the game, are you? But he dealt with it, as you say, unbelievable.
Here's Shan running forward, and Shan got past 3 French players, but then his pass was a little errant, and France have the ball again. France defending the end to our right of the first half. Behind that goal is the swathe of blue. Germany pick it up. Draxler plays it to the left side, and then the attempted cross didn't reach the penalty area. It's cleared by France, but Germany have started quite well. Ball's on the halfway line now, and it skips off the head of Griezmann, and now here's Boateng. Boateng, who's got Hovedez alongside him tonight. Schweinsteiger quite deep there, almost alongside the central defender. Germany play it down the left flank, but it's out of play, and it's going to be a throw in to France.
I'm just looking at the way they set up, and Payet, who obviously plays this left hand side, you want him to come out wide. He's going right into the centre circle, which is allowing Kimmich to basically become a centre half. You've got to stretch this team. Let Griezmann be the one who floats around Giroud. Payet, for me, too narrow already in the game. He's got to come out wider.
Poor header by Schweinsteiger, and it's collected by France, and it's on to Payet on the near side, inside left channel. Payet approaching the German penalty area, into the penalty area, attempts to cross it, blocked by the chest of Emre Can, and goes behind for a corner to France.
He's asking for a penalty kick. What a step over. Kimmich goes the wrong way.
He's turned away from it. It was never a penalty.
No, it was never. You've got to appeal for it. I understand that, but already we just saw Payet can go past the fullback quite easily. He's got to play wide.
Well, Kimmich has been playing in midfield for Germany so far in this European Championship. Tonight he's at right back. So we've got a corner to France, which is tapped short, and then Griezmann plays it in, and it's hooked away on the volley towards the centre circle, where it's met and played out towards the far side by Sagna. An attempted cross into the German penalty area didn't quite come off, and it's cleared upfield, but Germany can't get the ball under control. Now they maybe can. It's into Schweinsteiger, the captain, and back from Cruz. Hovedez plays it to Neuer, and we know how good Neuer is, no matter how awkward the pass back towards him is. He clears it towards the near side. Shan can't quite bring it under control, and it's out of play for a throw into France on the halfway line, their left side.
France have started well, good tempo about them. They're hustling now. Every time it goes back to Neuer, they're not going to stand off him and let him try and play. We know he's talented. He's a great passer of the ball, Neuer, but they're closing him down a lot, and they're playing high up the field.
Effort with a throw in. That looked like a certain foul by Schweinsteiger on Giroud, and somehow the Italian referee didn't see it. Here's Schweinsteiger, the boozer for the referee, by the way. Onto the far side of the field, and in from Hovedez to Schweinsteiger, who's just a yard ahead of the D of the German penalty area. Finds Boateng on the near side, the right, and Boateng clips it deep into the French penalty area, where it's caught well by Lloris. Two superb goalkeepers tonight. Good throw out to the far side, and it's well controlled. And now here's Sissoko. Sissoko's pass in field. Runs to Pogba. The referee didn't see a foul there in the German. Pogba crosses into the penalty. Missed by Boateng, but not missed by Kimmich, and cleared by Germany. And it's hooked on, and here's Emre Can. Can flicks it towards Cruz. Cruz doesn't reach that pass, and then Griezmann is tackled, but the ball breaks on the far side to Sagna. Few errors in the opening 4 minutes.
Well, already for me, they put 3 in midfield tonight, Germany, very close together. Ozil's have to play right wing, sort of, and it's not his game. You're wasting a talent. Get him in the middle, get Can or somebody on the right hand side, get Ozil floating around on the ball, because they just can't put 3 passes together at the minute.
Got a free kick to Germany, just inside, to France rather, just inside the French half. Matuidi plays it, and it's on from Pogba and onto the far side, and Bakary Sagna of Manchester City. Sagna into Griezmann, back towards Sagna. Good play. Sissoko swings across in right-footed. It bounces inside the German penalty area. Then it's hooked away by Kimmich. Played back by France towards Payet. If Payet had brought that ball under control, he was in a promising position. He didn't, and it's cleared by Boateng, out of play for a French throw-in.
Very good start by the French. I like the tempo they're playing that. They're asking questions. They've put balls in the box when they've had the chance. They're the team on the front foot.
You're listening to 5 Live on the BBC. Sat like Chris in our hotel in Marseille watching the game last night in Lyon, and everything hoping for a win for Wales. I thought Wales dominated the first half, but it wasn't a good first half, Chris, and then the goals switched things for Portugal. They're in the final.
Did they play a first half?
Sorry?
Did they play a first half?
Yeah, I know.
Very eventful.
I texted my wife at half time saying I'm not sure I can stay awake for the penalty kicks. But it didn't go to penalties, unfortunately, from a Welsh perspective. Now on the far side, Sagna for France. In field to Sissoko. Sissoko does well. Getting past his German marker. Plays it forward. It was very awkward for Giroud to take. He couldn't. Cleared by Germany, but Germany can't get the ball under control at the moment. France have dominated possession in these opening 6 minutes. Griezmann with Payet to his left. Griezmann plays it on and back to Griezmann into the penalty. Great shot to Griezmann, shoots. Good save by Neuer. Griezmann again. Neuer pushed it away. Griezmann crosses to the edge of the penalty area and Germany intercept, and Shan is tripped, and that's a free kick to Germany. What a chance for Griezmann.
Fantastic football by France down this left hand side. Griezmann in the Tweedy linking up, little give and goes, little 1-2s. Griezmann goes into the box, past the Weedies. What was he doing? He just goes to ground so easy, and Neuer gets that left hand down from stopping it going in the bottom corner. It's all France.
Wasn't really a strong enough shot.
No, it wasn't.
Partly scuffed it. What an opportunity for France though, who are dominating these opening minutes here in the wonderful Stade Velodrome in Marseille. Germany have the ball and it's with Cruz, and it goes on toward the far side. Muller lurks around the D of the French penalty area. It's not going his way anytime soon. It's back to Schweinsteiger. Schweinsteiger to Cruz. Draxler runs forward. He's almost alongside Muller now, but it's played to the left side. And now it's with Hector, the fullback. And Germany try to build. The ball's about 30 yards from goal. It's hit towards the right side, towards Kimmich, but it's overhit, and Kimmich is trying to knock it out for a throw-in rather than a goal kick, but it is indeed a goal kick.
That's the first time we saw Germany actually put 10 passes, 12 passes together, and I think France have got to keep it going, because they don't want to get Germany into a rhythm where they're passing the ball around and they're all getting confidence. So far they've unsettled them. It's hard work, it's very warm, but they've got to keep going at that tempo.
It's not as warm as it was earlier, Chris.
I've just been down pitch side. It's a lot hotter down there.
Yes, a lot hotter. Lloris with a goal kick and plays it towards the halfway line, where it was lost initially by France. One back by Giroud, and here's Sagna on the far side of the field, heading it back to Koscielny, and Koscielny glides it forward to his club colleague Giroud. Giroud's tap pass towards the right side, across the touchline, and it's out for a German throw-in, which is taken quickly to Schweinsteiger. Do you see Schweinsteiger lasting the whole game?
I'll be very surprised. I think if it's a slow game, he can get through it, because he's got a good football brain. He takes up good areas, uses the ball very well. But if it's a fast tempo like it is at the moment, he's going to struggle.
It's interesting, both fullbacks for Germany are pushing up in forward position.
They love that. That's what they want. They want to go through the middle all
Here's
the time.
Cruz playing it to Hector, the left back on the far side of the field, already 20 yards inside the French half. Back it goes to Hovedis, and now on from Schweinsteiger to Boateng. Everybody bar Neuer is inside the French half. Boateng swings across deep towards the far side. A volleyed pass infield to the edge of the penalty area, promising this for Germany, but they can't get into a shooting position, not just yet. The ball is down the left side. A succession of German passes provokes the whistles from the French fans. He's back with Hovedis, just ahead of the centre circle, and he drives it towards the right side. It's too high for Kimmich, and it's out of play for the throw-in.
They're just trying to get the tempo, aren't they, Germany? They're trying to control the game. A lot of players in midfield, outnumbering France in areas, and they're just passing the ball, waiting for that opportunity.
First 10 minutes have flown by though. Well, I was nodding off last night at this stage. Germany 0, France 0. Throw in for France, thrown towards Giroud. A neat little pass from Giroud to Matuidi, back to Giroud, and he plays it back to Payet. Payet infield, Pogba hustled, loses the ball. Didn't look like a foul challenge, that. Harsh decision from the Italian referee.
It was right on the spot. But Draxler's come right across the field from that left-hand side, just catches him, which the referee thinks, and the free kick to France.
Just thinking about referees, Clattenburg must have a great chance of doing the final.
I hope so. I think he's a top ref, and
must have a great chance now.
Like
I mean, he wouldn't have done if Wales had reached there, but I think he's certainly amongst the leading referees in Euro 2016. So France on the attack, but it breaks down as Giroud's pass headed away by Boateng. It's played back by Draxler into the penalty area, and there's Neuer. And just remember the magnificence of Neuer dealing with that awful pass in his direction, taking down of his chest like a cultured midfield player, and then volleyed clear to a colleague. Here's Boateng now. Boateng onto Ozil. Ozil's hardly been in the match, but now he is. He beats two players quite comfortably. Ozil approaching the French penalty area, plays it to the right. Kimmich with a cross, but it's blocked and it goes out off Payet. It's going to be a throw in to Germany, only a couple of yards from the corner flag, deep inside French territory. 11 minutes played here in Marseille. Germany 0, France 0. The throw in's been taken, and now it's back to Schweinsteiger into Boateng. Boateng about 40 yards from goal, and again he's looking towards the left side. Initially I thought that was a good pass, and then it sort of rushed away from the full-back Hector, and it's out of play for a throw-in.
Well, the pitch has been heavily watered, as we saw before the game. They've had the sprinklers on and off all the time, and anything along the ground skidding off the surface. But Boateng was unlucky there. It was a good ball. I think he's had a very good tournament, Boateng.
Yes. Sagna with the throw-in for France towards Giroud. Oh, Giroud loses it, and Germany have it. Schär, and it's played back to Schweinsteiger. Schweinsteiger to the left side, and Höwedes, and Kroos, and Schweinsteiger, and now Ozil. This is a much better spell from Germany. Not penetrating yet, but their passing is incisive. Schweinsteiger to Höwedes. Only Boateng is anywhere near the halfway line at the moment. He's beyond the centre circle, inside the French half. Here's Schweinsteiger. Schweinsteiger plays it to Boateng. Kimmich is to the right. Boateng looks inside to Ozil. Ozil plays it now to Kimmich. Onward it goes to Schär, just to the right of the penalty. Good ball in! The shot, oh goodness, was it an attempted cross or was it a shot by Muller? It was wide.
Well, if you let Germany settle on the ball and pass it around, they will do this to you. And it was wonderful play. Chandler, excellent to pull it back, and Muller will be disappointed. He's gone to ground as he's hit it, really. He should be hitting the target at least. Very good chance for Germany, but this is when you look at the shapes, Alan, where they've got three close in midfield. They've got basically two, Pogba in between, because Griezmann's playing very high, so they're outnumbering them at times. Griezmann's got a lot of responsibility trying to pick up the deepest midfield player. Ozil's tucking in, sometimes he's got 4 and 2, so they will dominate the ball,
as they are at the moment. Höwedes, normally right back for Germany, tonight playing in the centre defence alongside Boateng. Hummels is suspended. Boateng has the ball, and arm stretched wide by Höwedes. Höwedes on to Hector on the far side of the field, and Germany have lots of white shirts deep inside French territory. Here they have the ball back, played to the halfway line, collected again by Kroos. Kroos forward, that's good play. Ozil, edge of the penalty area, back it goes, there's a shot driven in by Schär, great save, still in play inside the penalty area. The shot came in from Schär, it was almost a goal, but wasn't.
What a great air save by Lloris, who's had a wonderful tournament. What a ball by Kroos. He just thread that through, 3-4 bodies roll around, and he just got it through to his feet. Unbelievable pass. Great save, Lloris.
Well, anyone doubting Emre Can's selection have been answered. First of all, the opportunity set up for Muller, and then that shot. Twice within a minute, Can involved in almost putting the world champions in front. Now the ball breaks out of play on the far side of the field. Germany think it should be their throw-in, but it ain't. It's going to be a French throw. What a great save by...
We're just seeing a replay. Lloris gets down that
by Lloris.
Corner.
Such a strong right hand.
Great save. Yeah, and the replay we are just seeing. Yeah, what a fantastic save.
Sagna with a throw-in towards Giroud. Giroud heads it on. Headed back by Germany, and then that's an awkward header for Boateng to deal with, but Boateng manages to shrug off the presence of Griezmann, plays it back to Neuer, and then it's out to the far side of the field and on quickly. It's now with Kroos to Ozil to the left side, Hector, in it goes, Germany have lots of players in attacking position. The shot was driven in all along the ground, but it was straight at the goalkeeper Lloris. The shot by Muller.
Well, France at the minute, I would say the last 5-10 minutes they just can't get near Germany at the moment. They've got extra
complete contrast to the opening 7 or 8 minutes.
They were brilliant at the start, and Germany have settled, and they're just outdoing them in midfield. When they get the ball, France, they've got to make the pitch big, but when they haven't got it, Payet and them have got to tuck in, as a Sissoko. You've got to tuck in, they're just getting outdone in midfield, 3-on-2, 4-on-2 at times.
And Ozil is growing in his influence. Here's Shan. Shan plays it through the centre circle to Hovedens and taken up by Cruz, swept on to Hector on the far side of the field. Draxler's available, it goes to Draxler, and back it comes to Cruz. Cruz has Schweinsteiger to his right, he plays it to the German captain tonight, on to Boateng. Germany on top of the moment. Another long ball for Boateng, swept to the left side, the volley ball into the penalty area. Muller almost got on the end of it, but it's cleared by France. Germany are pressing now. Pogba runs forward, he gets beyond Shan. Strong run by the Juventus player, might be playing in the Premier League next season. Plays it to the left side to a man who does play in the Premier League, Payet of West Ham United. Payet takes on Kimmich, gets into the penalty area, but only aided by a pull at the full-back, and it's a free kick to Germany.
Give me Kimmich credit this time. He read what Payet was trying to do, and he ended up fouling him. Soft free kick to give away, but that's what they've got to do. They've got to play narrow, France, and when they get it, make the pitch big and try and use the width one-on-one at the full-back. But when they lose it, they've got to get narrow. The Payet now is staying wide. Ozil tucks inside, spare man again.
If Pogba ends up at Old Trafford for 100 million, how much? That's what they're talking about. I know it's a ridiculous fee, but should Sir Alex be made to pay some of it since he let him go? Ball's on the halfway line with Boateng. Boateng for Germany. Now inside the French half. 17 minutes played. We await the first goal. But you can tell it's coming. It's quality out there from both sides. Schweinsteiger to Cruz. Cruz just stands right foot in the ball. Then he finds Schweinsteiger again. Back to Hovedens. And it's with Boateng inside the centre circle. Boateng has a pass onto the right side and plays it to Kimmich, the acting fullback, onto Muller, a couple of yards outside the penalty. Muller turns, plays it back to Shan. It was Draxler, and Draxler's pass aimed at Shan was behind the Liverpool player, and it goes behind for a goal kick.
Well, it's far too easy, isn't it, for Germany at the moment? They just took control of the football match, and the back four, if France are holding together, but they're only marking one player. Everybody else is dropping out, but Sagna and Evra don't want to come out and help. They're just sitting holding hands with the two centre halves, so they're outnumbered in midfield. You feel for Pogba and Matuidi at the minute.
Quite an atmosphere inside the Stade Velodrome from both sets of fans, particularly the French. I felt before the tournament, particularly in Paris, that the French are noted for their noise, but here in Marseille it's a different matter. Here's Ozil for Germany though. Ozil onto the far side and back in by Draxler, and now it's hit cross field accurately to Kimmich. Kimmich controls it, he's halfway inside the French half, supported by Shan, but not playing it to Shan as yet. Back it goes to Boateng, a break forward by Hector, the fullback on the far side, knowing that Boateng passes leftwards. It goes leftwards now. It's with Ozil. Ozil crosses in towards Muller, headed away by France, but they're just not getting out of their defensive positions at the moment, France. Germany on top. Who'll take the lead? It's with Hector. In to Ozil. Hector again. Back to Cruz. And Cruz turns away from Griezmann. Finds Ozil. Cruz once more on the far side of the field. Cruz halfway inside the French half. Now rushes forward, surging towards the penalty area, and he knew what he was after. He was looking for a challenge. He was going to play the ball off the defender and get the resultant corner.
Well, yet again, it's Matuidi who has to do the work going across that side. I've just been watching Pogba, Payet and Sissoko. When Germany get the ball, they're just marking space. Don't engage a wide chair. They're just standing in space, and it's very easy for Germany to play around them.
Here's the corner for Germany in front of that massive blue away to our right. It's going to be played in from the left side, played in right-footed. There it goes. The goalkeeper didn't come, didn't need to. It was headed away by France, and now they can try to counter-attack. Now the ball breaks back towards the French penalty area once more, hooked away to safety by Pogba. Good volley pass on by Griezmann to the left side. And here's Sissoko. Giroud inside the penalty. It's played back towards Griezmann. That was easily intercepted. The man intercepting was Schweinsteiger, who's playing quite well at the moment. And now Germany take the ball up to the halfway line. It's left for Cruz to Shan inside the centre circle. There's a man free down the left side and it's going towards that far touchline. Hector's available, but instead Cruz plays a 1-2. Cruz is into the penalty here. Oh, he can't get enough power on his left foot shot. Appeals from Germany that there was a foul challenge on him. Not given by Rizzoli.
He's a top class player, Cruz. I think he's a wonderful player, mate. Maybe it's a foul on the edge. No, I don't think it is.
It wasn't.
No, I think he's looked for it. He's scuffed his shot with his left foot, and but he's a very good player, top class midfield player.
Germany carrying a lot of threat at the moment. We've played 21 minutes. You're listening to 5 Live in the BBC. It's Germany 0, France 0. Payet seemed to handle that ball, but he managed to get the back heel away, and then the cross was attempted towards Giroud, intercepted by Boateng, and here's Shan for Germany, keeping it in Germany's possession. That acrobatic challenge by Shan was appreciated by the German fans. Cruz takes it up. All over the pitch you see German players playing really well. Ozil, Cruz, Shan. Can the forwards respond? Now they break forward. Good run by Ozil. Ozil plays it to Kimmich, edge of the penalty, onto his left foot. He shoots it, hits a defender. It rebounds. And Titi was the man who got the block on. Then Boateng takes the ball off Giroud. Giroud might win it back. No, Germany win it back. Germany more determined. Cruz. Good ball to Kimmich, right edge of the penalty. Kimmich was unlucky. He couldn't get past Pogba. Pogba turns, sweeps it back to Evra, and Evra with a clearance where it's headed down by Griezmann for Giroud. It might fall to Griezmann once more. Great control by Griezmann. Then he's tackled, loses the ball. Shan for Germany. To Cruz, to the right side, and Kimmich. Halfway inside French territory. Ozil collects it. Ozil's influence is increasing. His pass was aimed at Muller. Muller slipped inside the penalty area once more.
We've played 22 minutes, and basically Germany are not playing the centre forward. They're just playing everybody in midfield, and they're basically walking the ball up the 8-yard box. France have got to push in. It's really hard to play against. The back four are trying to stick together and think we're not conceding, and so far they're not. But they just can't get the ball off Germany because they're outnumbered all over the park, especially in the middle of the park.
Certainly the French defence is under considerable pressure at the moment. Matuidi passes infield, intercepted by Germany, won back by France. Griezmann heads it on. Payet tries to bring the ball down off his chest, and he gets a free kick for the challenge by Schweinsteiger.
Here we go. Payet, I think that's his range. We know what we've saw in the Premier League last season. Scored some wonderful free kicks, and it is a foul. Schweinsteiger. This is a good opportunity for Payet.
Well, this is a good 30 metres from goal. Neuer telling his defenders how many players he wants in the wall, but it's Payet range without question. So I would say that for the last quarter of an hour, Germany have been totally dominant. Totally dominant.
Yep, they've been the best side.
But here's an opportunity for France to take the lead from a free kick. Payet's already scored 3 goals in this European Championship, and they've been fabulous goals in the European Championship. Taking his time. There are 3 players in the German wall, which is just inside the D of their penalty area. Payet waits, close to the ball. The referee still making sure the Germans know where they can go and where they can't go beyond that white line. Payet comes back now. The run-up is relatively short. It's only about 5 paces. The Italian referee still looking at the wall. Here's Payet, right-footed, over the wall, saved comfortably by Neuer.
Well, that's a good effort.
All the way.
You know, all he can do is ask him to hit the target. Listen, he's got a little bit of pace on it. He's got around the wall, over the wall, but Neuer, he was waiting for it, wasn't he? Just threw his cap on it.
Yes. It's going to take something to beat either of these goalkeepers.
It's a good game though, Alan.
It is a very good game. 25 minutes gone. Hardly matters that it's 0-0. It's richly entertaining. Shan for Germany. Back to Ozil. And now it's Boateng on the halfway line. On to Ozil again. I hardly noticed him the first 7 or 8 minutes. And it's been all Ozil since then. On to Shan, right side of the penalty. Clever, back heels the ball into the defender and wins the corner for Germany.
He's done well, Shan, hasn't he? Considering he's not played, he's fitted in very well to the system, and as the Germans do, I suppose. And that was a little bit of clever play. Just plays it off Matuidi, gets another corner, and we'll see how they defend it, France. They're being very vulnerable.
So Ozil to take the corner from the right side. He's got Cruz available nearby. It's tapped to Cruz. Cruz swings across in, right-footed, deep, headed down inside the penalty area. Lots of blue shirts back though. One of them clears the ball. Then Kimmich heads it back, and it's with Boateng inside the centre circle. Interesting that he stayed back at that corner. He hits it towards the left side, brought under control on that far side. No handball required. It's with Schweinsteiger, the captain. Schweinsteiger in towards the edge of the penalty. Draxler, Cruz, Draxler again. The cross is deep. Here's Ozil. Ozil's shot was going wide. Hits a defender. Rebounds. Then the shot driven in, and it's tipped over by the goalkeeper, Lloris. All Germany. Schweinsteiger's shot.
Germany are just playing unbelievable football. They're just outnumbering them. Schweinsteiger bends one. It's a comfortable save for Lloris. I think he made it look harder than it was.
Yeah, I'm not sure he actually needed to, but no, I think it was clearing the crossbar. Once more it's a corner to Germany. 26 minutes play. Ozil this time plays it directly from the right side, caught well by Lloris. And the French captain now has to wait because all the blue shirts were back defending. Lloris smacks it upfield. Caught on the volley there by Hovades, played to Boateng, back to Hovades, and Hovades hits it high towards the centre circle where it's headed on by Muller. It's with Umtiti though, who's kept his place tonight in the French team, winning his second cap, and it goes to Matuidi. Good challenge, strong challenge by Cruz. Schweinsteiger plays it back to Kimmich, on to Cruz once more, and now to Boateng. Well, they must be dominating possession at least 60-40.
Oh, it's got to be easy. They're playing very well, and it's what we expected of Germany. We thought, they've got that confidence, they've got that belief. They make the pitch look so big when they've got the ball.
It's with Kimmich down the right side to Ozil. Ozil crosses into the penalty area, headed away well by Koscielny. He was under great pressure. Payet, what's he doing? Plays the ball back into his penalty area, headed on towards Muller, headed away by Koscielny again. 27.5 minutes played. It's very odd that it's still 0-0. 65% possession for Germany, 35 to France.
Well, they'll be disappointed they haven't scored. The manager will be thinking, how we not put the ball in it? All this possession, we're dominating the game.
Ozil on to Kimmich. He's still playing down that right side as if he's not playing at right full-back. Playing right midfield for the most part. Back to Ozil. Into the captain Schweinsteiger. Cruz is available. Taken up by Cruz. Cruz inside left channel. Back to Boateng. Once more, Neuer's the only player inside the German half. It's with Ozil down the German right. Into Kimmich. Back to Schweinsteiger. We can pick out Schweinsteiger even from this height because he's got a slight punch, let's say. Now here's the other number 7 though, Griezmann. Griezmann, who had a very early chance for France, rather squandered it. He runs through the centre circle now. Then he plays it to the left side. Oh, it was a wayward pass. That's out of play, well beyond Payet. Throw into Germany.
It's very hard, Alan. They just can't get up the park. You've got Griezmann picking the ball up, 30-40 yards from his own goal. He's trying to travel 30-40 yards with it and bring them up the field, and it's a sloppy pass to Payet, what goes out of play. Germany regain possession yet again.
Cruz to Draxler, back to Schweinsteiger, and Schweinsteiger hits it towards the right side, headed away by Evra, collected once more by Germany. Ozil to Boateng. In fact, just assume it's a German player who's got the ball. I'll mention the names, and if you don't sure, assume it's German. Ozil, I think we know he's German, and we know Schweinsteiger is, but it doesn't go to Schweinsteiger. Instead, Ozil plays it to Hovades, and on it goes to Cruz on the far side for Germany. Back to Draxler. Cruz again, being hustled by Giroud. Look how deep Giroud is. He's not even 2/3 the way towards his own halfway line. Good football by Germany again. Surely they have to score if they keep on pressing like this. It's on the far side with Hector, the fullback. Back to Schweinsteiger. The run made forward by Muller, ignored initially. Here's with Boateng to Kimmich, down the right side, a yard in from the right touchline, moves in towards the French penalty area, moves one way then the other, plays it into Shan back to Boateng onto his left foot, not a good cross in, headed away by France. Now Griezmann can counter-attack here. He's only got Giroud in support, but the pass was under-hit. It's intercepted by Schweinsteiger, and Germany have the ball once more.
Well, they just can't put passes together. When you get it, you're just chasing, constantly chasing, and eventually there'll be a gap appears and concentration levels go. But they've got to look after the ball when they get it back, France.
Ozil back to Kroos, and Kroos plays it to the right side. They've got great width, Germany. Hector down the left. This man Kimmich down the right, but he breaks in field. He ambitiously shoots at goal, hits a defender, rebounds to the far side. Hector keeps it in Germany's possession. Back to Hovedes, and on to Kroos, to Boateng inside the centre circle. 31 minutes gone. The French can't believe actually it's still 0-0. Kimmich crosses to the right, hits Evra, and rebounds out of play for a throw into Germany. Can't think of too many games of such high quality of both sides that one is dominating quite as much as this one. Germany so much on top. Ozil inside left channel. On it goes to Draxler. Draxler's shirt was being pulled. Now the referee saw that. He could have given a free kick. Germany kept possession. I think they'd rather have had the free kick because the ball's back inside the centre circle. It's still with them though. Boateng to Schweinsteiger, and on to Muller. Muller plays it wide to Kimmich. Kimmich might have crossed it first time. Now he crosses it, and it's high, and it drops in the edge of the edge of the 6-yard box. And there were two German players, Draxler and Muller, either of whom could have got a shot on goal and didn't.
Well, how's Germany not winning this football match? They've absolutely, after the first 5-6 minutes, have dominated the play. France cannot get out. The back four's trying to hold this team together at the minute. They're not working hard enough as a four in midfield.
Great ball by Kroos towards the left. I said it was a great ball. It was just slightly overhit, so it wasn't a great ball. Okay, I take it back.
Yeah, it's the first one he's given away, I think, though. They're just getting a replay of that chance. Scramble again. Draxler's in there. Great. Intini just gets it away, stops Muller from poking it into the goal, but they just can't get near them. They're so dominant, and you can basically say they're playing 4-4-2, France, at the minute, and they're getting overrun in midfield, unbelievably.
Kroos is magnificent.
Oh, top player.
Isn't he just running the show?
He's a top-class midfield player. He's on about 100 million for Pogba. What's he worth then?
Well, money's silly. Oh, that's poor play by Lloris. He gets away with it. Very loose pass out of his penalty area. But suddenly France can attack down this near side of the field. It's with Evra. Evra plays it infield, takes a kind deflection, reaches Griezmann to Giroud. Giroud can't get the ball back to Griezmann, and it's cleared by Germany. Fabulous control by Ozil, and Ozil steps inside from Umtiti, and then Umtiti pushes him over, and it's a free kick to Germany.
Brilliant touch by Ozil, one. It just brings it down. Little Cruyff turn, earns a free kick. Back to Germany, the ball goes.
And the free kick's taken quickly to Shan. Shan helps it on, and now it's played to the left side to Hector. Germany with every white shirt inside French territory. Hovedes, one of the central defenders, onto Ozil. 12 minutes to go to half time. Amazingly, it's still Germany 0, France 0. Germany are been good enough to be 2 up, but the French somehow are clinging on. Here's Boateng, long way from goal. Boateng onto Kimmich, down the right side. That's an obvious pass. Kimmich controls it to the right of the penalty area, and now taps it back to Ozil. Ozil on his left foot, swings the cross in, and it's easily caught by Lloris.
Well, you just say the final balls just let them down, haven't they? They had a few bad breaks. I'm not saying that not every ball's been bad into the box, but that one was an easy one for Lloris. But you see Lloris, he picks it up, he runs the edge of the box, he wants to get rid of it quickly, but there's nobody up the park.
And the thing is, when France have possession, it's so rare for them in these opening 34 minutes that they're fortunate to string 3 or 4 passes together. Here's Koscielny, moving away from the edge of his own penalty area now. Koscielny, infield it goes from Sissoko to Pogba. Pogba's in the centre circle, he was fouled there. That's a free kick. Muller was the guilty party.
Yeah, he knows it, he shakes hands straight away. Yep, nothing in it.
And the free kick shouldn't have been taken from there. It's the wrong side of the halfway line, but the Italian referee let it go. And now Payet moves in from the left flank. Payet plays it back to Pogba inside the centre circle, on to Koscielny. Koscielny now, as France suddenly have players inside the German half. Now Griezmann went down, and it's another free kick. Another free kick. And is it going to be a yellow card?
Yep. Chan.
Who is that? Schweinsteiger? I'm not quite sure who. Chan?
Yep. Yeah, he's not happy about it. I've got to say it's not a yellow card. It is a foul, but it's not a yellow card. You know, Muller's having a word with him now and saying, look, forget it, just get on with the game. And again, it's a good range again for Payet.
If Payet strikes it, this time Pogba might want to have a save. It's a very similar free kick to the last one, which was very comfortably saved by Neuer. And Chan, I think, just being told by the Italian referee, look, I booked you, get on with it, deal with it. Don't lose your head.
He's not going to change his mind, is he?
No, he's not. Almost identical position for the free kick. 30 metres from goal.
I wonder if Pogba's going to take this one.
Yeah, he certainly looks of greater intent than Payet at the moment. I don't necessarily know why, but Payet has given up. He's moved away from the ball. Pogba's decision. Pogba's free kick. 9 minutes to half time. France are being outplayed. It's still 0-0 though. The referee happy that they're all behind the white line. That's the three-man German wall. Pogba waits. Four-step run-up. Plays it in. Easy save. In fact, if anything, that was an easier save for Neuer than the Payet free kick.
Yeah, very easy. No pace on it. Just gets it over the wall. You've got to hit a little bit harder than that if you want to be the keeper of that quality.
Here's Schweinsteiger as Neuer just threw the ball out to his captain. Back to Hovedez. Hector in the far side of the field, or rather it was Cruz. Now Schweinsteiger. Hovedez once more. Germany 0, France 0. 8 minutes to half time here on 5 Live. Hovedez once more. This clearly is the heavyweight semi-final, and Portugal will be watching this and quaking in their boots, frankly.
Most definitely.
And praying that the French win and not Germany, the way this first half is going. It's with Ozil, and on the near side, that's the German right, playing it back to Boateng. Hovedez is available inside the centre circle, and it goes to his fellow central defender, and now he runs forward into space. He may not be pleased with the outcome there, because he's robbed of possession. Griezmann on the far side of the field, but France are slow to respond. I think they're actually quite frightened to respond with too many bodies upfield, the way Germany have been playing. Griezmann has the ball, playing it back inside the centre circle now, on by Matuidi to the left side, and Evra. Payet's ahead of him. Evra hadn't even looked in that direction. Awful pass by Matuidi, and it's taken up by Muller. Muller approaching the penalty, shoots low, and it's saved, I think comfortably saved in the end by Lloris. He only collected it at the second attempt, but I wondered why Muller shot from that range.
I was very surprised as well. He got him on the break, he could have held it up, and his body's there trying to get, the white shirts were trying to get next to him, but poor ball by Matuidi.
Given away again by France, this time Sagna. Schweinsteiger to Chan, the only player booked so far in the first half. On to Ozil. Ozil and Cruz just running the show. On it goes to Muller. How has he not scored in a European Championship after all those goals in World Cup finals games? 10 goals in World Cups. Still hasn't got off the mark in a European Championship, and this is his 11th game in a European Championship. Here's Draxler. Draxler leaving it to Cruz. On to Hector, the fullback, level with the edge of the French penalty area. Swings the cross in, takes a deflection, goes behind, corner to Germany.
Well, it's just been so easy, and I know people will be watching or listening thinking it can't be that easy, but I mean, give Germany credit. They've been quality on the ball, the movement, the touch. Everybody looks comfortable in possession. They've dominated this game.
Well, if it was decided on points, Germany. But it's decided on goals. Might even be decided on penalty. There's the German corner played in, and the referee spotted something.
Goal kick.
Well, pushing?
Well, he's looking. Schweinsteiger says he got dragged to the floor. We're getting the benefit of the replay here.
Well, I think Schweinsteiger's arm was on the defender first of all.
No, I think
it was on Pogba. He pulled Pogba over, but frankly, you see so much tugging inside the penalty. What about James Collins on Ronaldo in the early minutes of last night's game? That looked like a cast-iron penalty to me.
You know what they'll say? It was too early to give it.
Well, so it doesn't matter what stage of the game. It's a foul. It's a foul. Here's Matuidi to Pogba, on to Evra on the near side, inside the final 5 minutes of the first half here in Marseille. Good move forward now. Sissoko to Payet. Payet pops up in the centre of the French attack. On it goes to the right side, and now it goes backwards infield again. I think Germany have got everybody back, and that might be another loose French pass. At least it takes the ball back towards the halfway line, collected by Umtiti over the halfway line. That's a good ball to Evra into Griezmann in the penalty. Griezmann shoots into the side netting. It was well wide.
Yeah, always gone wide, the shot by Griezmann. He snatched at it, didn't he? Left foot came probably off the outside left foot. Umtiti did a great ball inside for Evra. It was a lovely move by France, a bit of tempo about them, a lot of movement. He just flicks it up, volleys it into the side netting.
Well, it was 0-0 at half-time in Lyon last night. It's 0-0 so far, close to half-time here in Marseille. But contrasting games, Chris.
Oh, completely different. These two teams have been on the front foot, and people probably think France haven't been because they've done a lot of defending. But that's give Germany a lot of credit. They've pushed them back. They can't get the ball off them.
Here's Ozil forward to Muller. Muller can't find a corner, not intentionally, and it's hooked away by the French defence. And then Giroud jumps, wins the ball in the air. He's got Griezmann to his right. Does he know? Giroud comes forward. Great challenge by Horvath. But Giroud, selfish in the extreme.
Well, I've got to say, he did ever so well to get the ball, brave, and when he runs away, he never once got his head up, Alan. Never looked around him. What could he see?
Shocking.
And he's ended up getting blocked. Hawidis gets back, gets the challenge in, and it's a throw in. If he just got his head up and squared it.
What a great challenge by Horvath. So it's still 0-0, 3 minutes to half time. The throw-in goes to Giroud. Giroud now trying to win a corner, doesn't come off, and suddenly the sweetheart isn't quite such a sweetheart with the French fans after wasting that opportunity. Now there's a foul on Kroos.
Yellow.
This is a yellow card for Evra. Yep.
He's got to go for yellow for that. Definitely, referee got that right. Very deliberate. Stopped one, took one for the team there. Really tried to slow the game down.
You're listening to 5 Live in the BBC. We played nearly 43 minutes here in the Stade Velodrome. I think it's actually warmer now than it was at kick-off time. It's the atmosphere generated by the fans.
It is very hot.
The temperature allegedly was 27 degrees centigrade when the game started. I think it's back up near 30 again. Here's Kimmich. Back to Ozil. Halfway inside the French half. Good ball to Muller. Muller, a couple of yards outside the penalty to Kimmich, who's onside. Kimmich crosses into the penalty area. There was a glancing header on by Schat. I think it hit a defender at the same time. And now France counter-attack, but that's a poor counter-attack because the ball is wastefully given back to Germany.
No, Matuidi again. For all his energy and the way he gets round the park. And
allegedly, he's linked to Manchester United.
Who's not?
Here's Kimmich. Kimmich on. Muller from the right side. Slip. Not for the first time tonight. That's the third time that Thomas Muller has slipped. He's wearing blades. You can't be doing that, son.
Well, I'm just getting a replay here. Giroud, he just never got his head up once. It's a great saving challenge, I've got to say, but if he gets his head up and squares it,
he never looked.
Never once, no.
Goal kick to France inside the final minute of a really good first half here in Marseille. The only criticism, we haven't seen a goal, and Germany will be especially angry at that because they've dominated in a way to suggest they should be 2-0 up. Then to be fair, France have had opportunities themselves. The early chance for Griezmann, that opportunity for Giroud when he should have set up Griezmann and didn't. It's with Umtiti. Umtiti left it for Pogba. Pogba just dummied and ran over the ball. Umtiti brings it forward into the German half to Payet. Payet into Evra. Evra crosses into the penalty. It's too deep and it's put behind. That was carefully dispatched for a corner by Hector. He didn't know what was happening behind him. He did the right thing.
Yeah, good play. Evra getting the ball off Payet. Lovely little ball in behind the fullback, and Evra, one touch out of his feet, crosses a dangerous ball in. Unfortunately, just Giroud in the box.
So here's an opportunity. Probably the last action of the first half. We haven't seen a fourth official. I don't think we're going to have any time added on. And strictly speaking, we've had our 45 minutes. Corner. 1 minute is being added on. Corner to be taken by Griezmann, left-footed, drilled in. It's still inside the penalty.
Handball, no.
There was a half suggestion it was a handball. What's the referee doing?
Handball.
What's he given here? Has he given a penalty kick?
Yeah. No. Yes. No. Schweinsteiger yellow.
Schweinsteiger gets a yellow card, but we're still not sure what the referee's decision is here.
It's got to be a pen if he's giving me a yellow card. It's got to be.
It's a penalty kick to France. Handball against Schweinsteiger.
Yep.
Ozil's going to get booked now for kicking the ball away.
Yep.
We're just seeing a replay of the incident.
It is a handball.
Well, he did lead with his arm in the challenge. He did lead with his arm.
Yeah, it's a handball. It's a handball. Why has he got his hand up there around Evra's face? He doesn't need to put his hand up there. Well, silly one. Boateng gave it one way in the last game. There's another silly one.
So Griezmann, who scored 4 goals in the European Championship so far, the leading goal scorer in the European Championship, he takes this penalty kick 90 seconds into added time at the end of the first half. It would give France a lead they don't deserve. They'll take it. Griezmann's going to hit it left-footed. Neuer jumping around in his line. Here comes Griezmann, and it's into the net. Neuer went to his left. Griezmann's shot went to Neuer's right, and France are in front.
I agree with you, Alan. They don't deserve it. They've stuck at it. I've got to say, defended well. The back fours held them together, Lloris. But I've got to say, Schweinsteiger, what were you doing? You didn't need to put your hands up there next to Evra, and there's a half-time whistle gone. But Griezmann, cool head. 1-0 France.
It's half-time, and the referee is being, to say the least, confronted by German players. Is that Joachim Löw out there? It's very strange. Anyway, that was the final action of the first half, the penalty kick. And they don't deserve to be in front, France.
No, they don't. I think they've been second best all over the park, but one decision like that turns the game.
1-0 France. Well, you know, one of the things that happens at a major championship, a World Cup or European Championship like this, is that these days you're inevitably swamped with statistics. What I've just been shown at half-time is particularly pertinent. The last time Germany won a game when they were 1-0 down at half-time was in February 2003, and who were they playing? France.
Oh, well, there you go.
They conceded just 2 goals in this championship, both of them penalty kicks. Bonucci in the Italian game and Griezmann here tonight. No alterations in either side for the start of the second half. Germany's goalkeepers Neuer, the defence is Kimmich, Boateng, Højbjerg and Hector. Then we've got Schan and Schweinsteiger, who handle the ball. The second half is underway. Ozil, Kroos and Draxler, and finally Muller. The French captain is Lloris. His defence, Sagna, Koscielny and Titi and Evra. Then they've got Matuidi and Pogba. Then Sissoko, Griezmann and Payet. And finally Giroud. So France all in blue apart from the red socks, in possession, but they squander it very cheaply. And here's Schweinsteiger to Ozil. Schweinsteiger again. I don't think Muller will be playing like a false number 9 in the second half. He'll have to get further forward. Schan slips as he was challenged by Matuidi. The ball goes to the right side for Germany, but initially they lose possession. Now it's back with Boateng on the halfway line. France lead Germany by a goal to 0. Crossfield ball hit by Boateng towards Hector, headed away by Sagna, and now it's in to Pogba. Pogba over the halfway line, quickly plays it forward. Here's Giroud into the penalty. Giroud shoots, blocked by Boateng. He took an age, Giroud, absolute age. back to his pre-Iceland days.
He's trying to get out his feet. He should have hit it earlier than he did, and great ball by Pogba, great moving by Giroud, but he's got to hit that a lot earlier.
Very promising for France, the start of the second half, and they're on the attack again. Evra down the far side of the field, level with the edge of the penalty, into Griezmann, onto Giroud. Griezmann shot, takes a deflection, loops over the crossbar, corner kick to France.
Griezmann's after getting to the crowd. Come on, get behind, we'll get that atmosphere, get it back up. But good start again by France. They started the first half very well, and they've started the second half very well. Good link-up play.
France attacking again to our right, and behind that goal, well, just thousands of French tricolours being waved at the moment. France leading in this European Championship semi-final. Now Giroud must have said something to the referee. Rizzoli, the Italian, is saying something back, and here's the corner, played in. Goodness, it went a long way. It's still inside that penalty area, bouncing wide though. Tap back, the cross swung in by Sissoko, not a great one. Germany defended comfortably. Ozil on the far side of the field. Ozil then hits it forward, but it's straight out of play, and it's going to be a throw in to France on the far side of the field, whichever will take. Or is it a free kick? And if so, what for?
A throw in, isn't it?
No, it's a throw in. Joachim Low looking a little bit pensive. His side so dominated that first half, but 2 minutes into added time, Griezmann scored to put France in front from a penalty, and Germany struggle to clear the lines at the moment. Boateng finally snaps the ball in the direction of Muller, but ahead of the striker over the halfway line, he collides with the French player, complains to the referee. Muller does an awful lot of that.
You see it a lot in the game now though, Alan, where the ball goes over the top and the referee follows the ball, and the centre half, in this case, cuts the line off the striker, and you end up tangling. It's an obstruction, but the referee very rarely sees it.
Pogba to Koscielny, and Koscielny gives it away, and now it's with Draxler. Draxler slips the pass through, and then it took an important touch back by Ndeti, and Lloris prevents it from going behind for a corner, putting it out for a throw-in.
Draxler did well, interceptions, sloppy pass again by the French, and they're getting closer and closer, Germany. They're starting to get on the ball again. The first half was identical, wasn't it? France come out really quick, and then Germany just took control.
Boateng, wonderful ball to the right hand side, good control too by Kimmich to the right of the penalty area. This attempted cross hit a defender, and it's hooked away by another defender out of play, and it's going to be a throw into Germany. Schweinsteiger rushes across to get the ball and throws it in to Boateng. No time for Germany to waste. 4 minutes already gone in the second half, and the noise has gone up quite a few decibels, but all French decibels. Now it's with Hector, the left back for Germany, to the left of the French penalty area, into Draxler. Draxler rather dummied that move forward, and he might get a corner out of it. No, he's being hustled successfully, and then Draxler fouls the French player, and it's another yellow card for Germany.
Well, Draxler, young player, learning his trade still, and you got to say it was good defending, wasn't it? And was it Sissoko gets it away from him and runs away with it, and Draxler just loses his head a bit and takes him out. Yellow card. 4
yellow cards tonight for Germany. Schan, Schweinsteiger, Ozil and Draxler in that order. Remember, all the yellow cards up to the quarter-finals were white, unless they constituted a suspension, and unfortunately for Germany that meant Hummels missed this game tonight. Not that we can say they've missed him, because Germany have been on the offensive for most of the game. The ball's inside the centre circle. Evra heads it up. It drops towards Pogba, headed away by Cruz, cleared upfield by France, headed clear by Hovedez. What a fantastic challenge by Hovedez on Giroud earlier, when Giroud selfishly went through and goal when the better option was a pass to Griezmann. But it's Griezmann's penalty that separates the sides. Payet hasn't been in the game much.
No.
He's just lost the ball there.
Yeah, he's struggled to get in the game, I've got to say. That left-hand side, he's ended up defending a lot, and he's trying to come inside at times, but look, he's trying to chase the full-back who gets forward all the time, and he really should be passing Evra onto Evra, and he should be taking the man who comes inside.
Cruz to Draxler, On to Shan. Shan holds off one challenge, plays it back to Schweinsteiger. On, good turn by Ozil. Ozil taps it to the left. Hector crosses low into the penalty area. Important clearance away by Umtiti. And now it's Giroud just outside his own penalty area, passing the ball to the right side. And Suzuka runs forward, but he's going to play that out over the touchline. It's going to be a throw into Germany.
I thought Hector should have done a little bit better there, and he got rolled in. He got the angle exactly you want, to fizz that across that 6-yard line, between the 6-yard line and the byline, and he didn't. He hit the first man. It was a poor cross.
It's a high-class contest, though. France lead Germany 1-0. Kimmich into Muller, back to Kimmich, taken up and played by Ozil to the right side. And now, can they get a cross in? It's promising. No. Not get it in like that. That's a goal kick.
It's Draxler, isn't it, who gets to the byline. He's looking for the foul. He tries to go past Evra. He gets
Good
to the
play by
byline.
Evra. Strong.
Evra just nurses him out. Bit of experience there. Good defending.
Yeah, I mean, he did shove into him with his shoulder, but you get away with that.
Yeah.
Goal kick to France. Lloris who made one excellent save from Emre Can in the first half. Not a great deal else, despite Germany's dominance. That pass goes to Muller. He's tackled by Koscielny. Ball squirts out of play. Throw into Germany on the far side of the field, level with the edge of the French penalty area. Throw goes to Ozil. Wide to Kimmich. Into Muller. There's no white shirt inside the French penalty area at the moment. Back it goes to Cruz. And now Boateng. Everybody bar Neuer is inside the French half. That was the way it was for most of the first half. Now Kimmich on the far side of the field. Kimmich breaks in towards the penalty, plays it back to Cruz. Cruz, I think, was hoping for a foul challenge there. It was a challenge by Griezmann, but it wasn't a free kick. Now it's back to Hovedes. 8 minutes gone since half time. France lead 1-0. Griezmann's penalty in added time at the end of the first half. Back to Hovedes, and Hovedes plays it back to Neuer. Neuer, who's only a matter of yards from the centre circle, finds Hovedes. On it goes to Ozil. Or not Ozil, Hector instead. Back to Cruz. Cruz to Schweinsteiger. Cruz chips it forward. Inaccurate pass. Straight onto the chest of Sagna. And now it's Matuidi. Matuidi to Payet, who's had a quiet evening so far. His pass to Pogba wasn't good. Taken off Pogba by Draxler. Draxler now to Shan. Shan running through the middle. Brought down. No. Referee says that was a dive by Emre Can.
He's got to watch.
He's got to be careful. He was booked in the first half. They did, and he's being ticked off. Oh, and then they pat hands. Pat a cake. Rizzoli and Shan. Cruz on the halfway line. Hits it away towards the far side. To Kimmich. Back to Boateng. It's just resembling the first period now. The difference being that France have the lead. What a ball from Boateng. For a central defender, that was over 50 yards. Accurately played to Hector. On it goes. Ozil. Taps it to Draxler. Left of the penalty area, the French penalty area. Ozil once more. Infield to Muller. Back to Ozil. On by Cruz. Draxler takes it up once more onto his right foot. There's the cross in. Oh, important header away by Umtiti. There were two Germans waiting to convert that.
Great ball in by Draxler, and he just gets off the odd right foot, just bends it that far post, and great header again. You've got to say France have defended very well in numbers. I just wonder before he makes a sub, I'd be looking to take Payet off me.
Yeah, I'm wondering what's going through Joachim Löw's mind. He certainly had a word with the referee at the end of that first half. Unhappy with the decision to award a penalty. Here's Boateng. Boateng crosses it into the penalty area. Shan controls it. Crosses overhead. Flags up, I think, for offside.
Yeah.
Yes, offside.
I just wonder, France are warming 2-3. Coleman's warming up, and
it's got to be Kanté.
I think they need legs, and I think Payet's found it very hard to get in the game. And he's a talent, but the way Germany's controlled the game, he's had to defend more than get on the ball. He's found it very hard.
So what will Joachim Löw be thinking about? Will he be thinking of Götze?
Sure. Yeah.
What about the forgotten man, Podolski?
I don't say that.
Free kick to France, taken by Lloris, smacked into the German half, and immediately was pushing by Giroud, and it's a free kick to Germany. And that just gives possession back to Germany. And Giroud hasn't had the best of nights, has he?
That's what we say about him, isn't he? He's when he's good, he's very difficult to play against, and we've seen that. But tonight, again, he's been very hit and miss.
We played 11 minutes in the second half. You're listening to 5 Live. France lead Germany 1-0. The play is mostly in front of us. We're slightly to the left of the halfway line. We're overlooking the French half, and that's where the ball's going to be for the remainder, surely. That's an over-ambitious pass by Hovedez, though Kimmich acknowledged the intent. If not the delivery, it's swept behind for a goal kick.
I'm just looking at Germany, and he's not happy with that ball, but he's not got anybody warming up yet. He's just quite happy with what he's seeing. I've got to say, up to the 18-yard box have been excellent, Germany, but they've not really. They've had 2 chances.
Here's Hovedez taking the ball away from Griezmann, playing it back to Neuer. Out it goes to Boateng. The magnificence of Boateng's passing.
Oh, unbelievable.
For a central defender. Just astonishing. There's another good pass to the right side. He very rarely squanders possession. Now it's into Ozil. Ozil spots Hector running forward. Plays it towards the left back. Hector tried to take it on his right foot rather than his left foot. Didn't get the correct touch, and it's behind for a goal kick.
Great movement again, and Ozil has got that. He can deliver that pass. He's just slightly overhit Hector, just stretching for it. Right idea. Look at him lost face.
I know. He rarely looks happy.
No, very rare.
Very rarely looks happy. But it's his 5th major tournament. He knows what it's all about, and he knows not to give up hope in any German team. Mind you, we've only got 33 minutes left for play. Griezmann heads the ball away from Hovedez. Hovedez reacts quickly though and gets to the ball first and plays it back to Neuer. Neuer, all in green, beaten tonight as he was against Italy from the penalty spot. Germany, of course, won against Italy in a penalty shootout, as they always seem to do. Boateng again, brilliant ball to the left side, taken down off the chest by Hector. He's level with the edge of the penalty, plays it on, but I think he recognised that Draxler was offside. Draxler didn't make any attempt to play the ball, and Germany changes are imminent.
Yeah, Germany just got them warming up, and one's coming on in the next minute.
Who's down at the moment? Boateng. They do not lose him.
No, you don't.
It's not just for his defensive work. It's the way he's setting up attacks. But he's sitting down in the halfway line, Boateng, inside the centre circle. And, it doesn't look optimistic.
He's off. I think he's pulled his thigh or something. Muscle.
What a blow for Germany.
Yep. He's
back on his feet, but he's hobbling. And I think Boateng will have to come off. He's being helped off, and he won't be back on from the looks of it.
He's had an excellent tournament. His range of pass. There, we're getting a replay here. Well, it doesn't show anything on the replay, but obviously he's getting carried off more or less. Emre
Can can play there.
Yeah.
Can can play it right back. Kimmich can come inside to play in the centre defence alongside Hovedez. But Boateng's coming off, and it's Mustafi who's coming on. Wow, what a blow that is. Because even if Germany were to get back into this game, get through to the final, they've got severe injury problems.
Yeah, it's a shame, and that's the way tournaments go though. If your name's on it and it's not meant to be, everything's up against you. But this German team will not stop doing what they do. They'll pass the ball, they'll keep playing, they'll keep looking for that equaliser.
Half an hour to go. At the moment, Schweinsteiger's dropped back alongside Hovedez in the centre of the German defence. They're down to 10 men at the moment, Germany, trailing France by 1-0. Scoreline that wildly flatters the French. Griezmann, who got that penalty, is offside, and
he's put his top back on.
So Mustafi, but look, he's on a stretcher. No, he's not, sorry, it looked like a stretcher the way he was lying back there, Boateng. Now he's back on his feet. He can't come back on hobbling like that.
No, he's not.
So the top is off for Mustafi once more, and the change will happen now. Not great. The fourth official isn't ready. Press your buttons, man. Goodness sake. Eventually it's confirmed. So Mustafi is on, and what's happening here? Are they to a back three now, Germany? That's what it looks like. Schweinsteiger's dropped back.
No, I think it'll just stay as it is. Listen, it's the way they play. The two full-backs go really high. Everybody goes into the middle of the park. And one of the deepest midfield players becomes sort of a sweeper at times, goes in between the two centre-halves to get the ball.
Yeah. So it's Kimmich who's got the ball at the moment. He's going to play at a central role now. Mustafi's down the right. And the ball is with Cruz on the halfway line. Forward to Draxler. Draxler to the left side. And on by Hector.
Offside.
The flag's up for offside.
Good football again, but as I say, the downside to Germany dominated the game, Alan. They've been excellent to watch, but in the final third they haven't created enough chances.
Does that mean they're badly missing Gomez, or is that just in their nature at the moment?
It's just the way they play, but it's not fell for them. That final ball's let them down.
Boateng looks distraught, towel over his head, sitting in the dugout at the moment. He doesn't want to see further attention. He just wants to see his colleagues get back into this European Championship semi-final. But France have now got a corner from the right, and you do feel in the circumstances, if France score a second, it's game over.
Yeah, I would think that as well, but good persistence there by Giroud. Hector takes a touch on the ball when he shouldn't. He should just let it go out of play. Takes a touch, and it's a corner now to France. Will there be no rush? Griezmann
to take it. Payet's close by. I think Griezmann's going to deliver it into the penalty area. There it goes, left-footed, deep, very deep. Header back across goal, and it is comfortably over the crossbar. Neuer was going to cover it anyway. Didn't need to touch the ball.
Well, he's got a free header there, Kishan. He just pulls away. Nobody's challenged him.
Again, it's a short goal kick from Germany. Schweinsteiger plays it on now to Ozil, who's on the halfway line. To Hector, the left back, who mostly plays like a left winger. Now it's with Cruz. Hector once more, halfway inside the French half. Back to Cruz. Cruz under pressure. He was fouled there by Griezmann. Play continues. Don't think the referee even saw the free kick. The ball played in towards Muller. Muller didn't get there, and it's hit out of play. It's actually Draxler who went to meet the ball. Muller takes a resultant throw-in. To Cruz, left of the penalty. Cruz runs forward, looking for a 1-2. Play with Shan, didn't quite come off. Still Germany have the ball. Hector, left of the penalty area, plays it in low. Half cleared by France. Collected by Germany again. Pressure. Cruz flicks it on, but that's beyond his intended target. Kimmich, and it's behind for a goal kick.
Well, he's got to try and change it, whether it be Podolski. He needs someone who's going to take a chance, who's going to actually get in that final third and make something happen and can get on the end of something. At the minute, Muller, who we know is better probably playing as a second striker, he puts Goetze on. It's very difficult. Schürrle, Podolski, okay, well, somebody's got to come on and change it up front.
Well, they're going to have another change very shortly, Germany. I think a shot is just gone. I think it is Goetze. Germany 0, France 1 here in Marseille. 19 minutes played in the second half. It's with Pogba to Matuidi inside the centre circle for the French. On to Evra on the far side. Evra has Payet close by, ignores him, plays it further, headed away by Germany. And now Shan takes it up to Cruz, a vital figure now. French player is down, lying in his back, and Germany play the ball out so he can receive some attention. It's Payet.
Yeah. I would be thinking Payet may come off for Coleman, or do they put another midfield player in there and keep it tight, protect the lead? But he's found it hard to get in the game, and you don't need that, do you?
Do you know what happened there? It was a defensive German header which hit Payet, and there was nobody near Payet. I've got to say, the player goes down under that, you play on.
Well, you should. Good player for Germany, just put the ball straight out.
Anyway, the ball is now in play once more. Back it goes to Neuer, and back to Neuer once more. And here's the change. Mario Götze is coming on. Who for?
I would say Chan.
Well, he's got to keep Muller on, even though Muller hasn't done a lot. Cruz for Germany. On to Mustafi, the first substitute. Second one is imminent. He'll take a throw in, Mustafi, on the far side of the field. German right. Will they make the change before that? Here comes Götze. He's number 19. Who's here? It is. Well spotted. Emre Can coming off.
Yeah, I think he's on a yellow. And you've got Cruz and Schweinsteiger dominating the ball, so you don't need Can, who's done well, don't get us wrong. I think he's done very, very well.
Yeah, but and Joachim Löw is telling him that.
Yeah, and I think You just need that little bit more craft, which Goetze might give them.
Goetze's going to play up front alongside Muller. The ball is back with Cruz. Now it's played to Muller, left edge of the French penalty area. Muller controls it, looking for white shirts around him. Playing it back, and on it goes to Hector. Hector to Ozil, and Cruz again. Cruz into the penalty area. They're trying to walk the ball through the French defence. It doesn't come off. It's cleared by Griezmann. They can counter-attack here, France. It's on the near side of the field with Sissoko. Playing it long, goodness gracious. I'm not sure that was the right option. It wasn't. It only found a German head, and it's cleared initially by Germany. Now France have it back, just outside the German penalty area. Here's Payet. Oh, that was more like a pass than a shot. It was easily saved by Neuer.
He's done well to get the space, comes inside, keeps feinting as if he's going to hit it, and then eventually he scuffs it from inside the D.
Almost at the midway point of the second half. So a quarter of the game for France to hang on to this 1-0 lead. Who knows, on the counter-attack they might double it. Germany seek an equaliser that will take this game into extra time. Would that surprise you? Extra time? Now Ozil, that's a good ball to the right side. Kimmich is completely unmarked, right edge of the penalty, drills it in low towards the near post. Ozil was there. Did it come off the defender? The referee can't make up his mind. No, he awards a corner.
It's a corner. We've got to make
off of
most. He's got time, hasn't he? It's a wonderful ball out to him. He can bring it in another 5 yards before he delivers, and he's gone near post for Draxler, but good defending, I've got to say.
Corner to Germany from the right. Every Frenchman back inside the penalty area, and that was certainly a French hand that touched the ball, but only knowing that the referee had blown his whistle and making sure that the corner is going to be retaken. Referee talking about tugging inside the penalty. If you see a defender pull an opponent inside the penalty area, award a penalty kick.
Exactly.
Don't hesitate. Don't warn them about it. Here comes the corner, played in, good header clear.
Free kick.
And two French players are down inside the penalty area. I didn't see a collision with the German, though Muller was in the vicinity.
Well, Koscielny and they just fall into each other. There's nothing. They fall into each other. There's no foul there at all. If you're going to give a foul, you might as well give 4 or 5, because everybody.
Well, do you know something? Koscielny goes down.
Just falls down
for no reason whatsoever.
Muller's having a go.
And no wonder that Muller's laughing in Koscielny's face. That was just play acting by the Arsenal player.
Got the free kick.
Bought by the Italian referee. France lead Germany 1-0. Giroud lost track of where the ball was. As a result, now it's nowhere near him. And here's a change. Conte is going to come on for France. It's somewhat overdue. But now Germany on the attack on the far side of the field. Kimmich breaks infield, plays it back. A delayed pass, still reaches Cruz. Cruz fouled.
Free kick. Will it be for Payet or Sissoko?
Well, it's a free kick to Germany. So is that a... No, it's not a yellow card, just a free kick. So fouled by Sissoko, a free kick for Cruz to hit, and we've got a little over 20 minutes of the regular 90 to go. Here in the Stade Velodrome in Marseille, in the second semi-final of Euro 2016, Portugal already through to the final on Sunday. France, the host, lead Germany 1-0. It's a mere 56 years since France lost on home soil in the final stages of a World Cup or a European Championship. German free kick swept in, and the flag was up for offside.
Well, give France credit. I don't know if they're meant to do that. Certainly got a run on them. They're going to make a substitution now, but again, high lane. They got the offside they wanted.
Yeah, well, Conte's coming on. The way the board is being held up, I can't quite see who's coming off. It is Payet.
Yeah, you know, he'll be probably disappointed, but I think for the team shape at the minute, they're under pressure. The fullback's getting out so easy down that side. It makes sense to bring Kanté. He's got tremendous energy.
He hasn't had a great evening, Payet. He's had a really good tournament, but the semi-final hasn't been his stage. So Conte comes on, and he will stiffen those midfield resources. as his goalkeeper and captain. Lloris plays the ball forward, headed on by Giroud. Griezmann, the goal scorer, chases it to the near side, keeps it in play, feeds it infield to Giroud once more. He's tackled and loses it to Schweinsteiger. Højbjerg plays it through his penalty here. That wasn't clever. France take the ball off the defender Kimmich. And now it's with Pogba onto his left foot. He crosses, pushed out. Here's a chance. Griezmann scores the second. That's surely the winning goal. Griezmann's 2 goals on the night. France are going through to the Stade de France on Sunday, where they'll meet Portugal. I don't see Germany coming back from this. It's Germany 0, France 2.
Well, again, they've soaked up pressure all second half without really threatening the goal. Germany's had all the ball yet again, and had a ball in the box. Pogba does ever so well. He gets to the byline, doesn't he? Bit of skill, stands one up. Neuer flaps at it, and who reacts first? Griezmann. Very confident in front of goal at the minute. He just sticks his foot through it, just pokes it into the goal. Simple goal for Griezmann. And as I say, Alan, I can't see them coming back. France pressed them pretty high. Pogba wins it. Lovely bit of skill. Stands it up. And Neuer really could have punched it. I don't know what he's trying to do. He just wraps his hand around it. Griezmann reacts, pokes it into the goal. Good finish.
That's 6 goals in the European Championship for Griezmann. Somebody's going to have to score a hat-trick on Sunday to get alongside him for the golden boot. Neuer was stretching there. He only got a left hand on the ball, and Griezmann's stab finish was accurate through a clutch of players. Germany, it's unlikely they can come back from 2-0 down. Giroud to the far side of the field. Giroud takes the return pass. Giroud's running forward. Giroud's cutting in towards the penalty area. He's into the penalty, plays it back. There was a slip there by Griezmann of all players. He was on a hat-trick, remember, trying to find a colleague rather than shooting at goal. Now Germany counter-attack. We've still got 17 minutes to go. It's been a pulsating semi-final. No one can say that France deserved to be 2-0 up, but that's the way it is. The ball's on the edge of the penalty. Shot driven in and hits the outside of the post.
Oh, wow.
What an opportunity there. That was Draxler. No, it wasn't Draxler. It was Kimmich.
Kimmich, what an effort that was.
Brilliant shot.
Just bends it. No little pace on it. He aims for that top corner. Hits the outside of the post. Lloris, well beaten. Well beaten. It's not your night, Germany. It's not your night.
17 minutes to go. French delirium inside the Stade Velodrome. Delirium, no doubt, in the fan parks all across France, particularly in front of the Eiffel Tower. There's a shot played in by Drogba, the outside of his right foot. It was never threatening the German goal. It's gone behind and it's a goal kick.
Well, it's opened up now, haven't it, Germany? You've got nothing to lose. They've got to really force it, and they're going to leave gaps, and can't France exploit it? I was just looking at that goal there, Griezmann's goal, Alan, and I thought it was a foul on there by Giroud.
Well, the referee didn't give it. It was interesting that Neuer had a word in the referee's ear afterwards. It wasn't, an aggressive word, but he talked to the referee at length.
He flapped the ball down. As he goes to pick it up, Giroud blocks him off.
Draxler somehow gets the ball through. And then Draxler fouls. And it's a yellow card.
Kanté, is it? Griezmann or Kanté?
I'm really not sure.
Kanté.
I think it's Kanté. Kanté has been booked.
Yep.
He's only on. He's taken one to the team.
Yeah,
nevertheless, it's a free kick. It's again that sort of 30-metre distance that the French had 2 opportunities with in the first half with free kicks. Both of their shots were in target, neither really troubling Neuer. So it's Kroos is there, Draxler and Müller. One of them needs to score, and quickly. A quarter of an hour left for play. France lead Germany by 2 goals to 0. The referee watching the wall. Here it goes. Müller runs over it, and that's played in by Draxler. Goodness gracious, that was almost a goal. Very, very close.
Excellent. A lot of pace on that as well. Brilliant effort. Well, it's probably too young. I think Lloris went
just from our angle it looked closer.
It looked closer than what it is with the other replay. It's a good couple of yards away, but good effort.
So first from Kimmich, which actually struck the post, and then from Draxler that was about a yard wide. And we're going to have another French change very shortly. Is that Gignac?
Gignac for Giroud.
Gignac, presumably for Giroud. Here's Draxler. Now Draxler was barged over there. Now, that's awful, the way that Sagna has reacted. Sagna was the man who was aggressive, barging into Draxler. And we're just getting a repeat of that. He barged into him, and then Sagna falls over, or maybe he got a kick in the back afterwards.
I think he did catch him, Draxler,
Maybe,
but he is trying to slow the game down. A bit of experience.
Just to emphasise the injustice of this scoreline, France have had 34% of the possession.
It's
34% to Germany 66.
The only thing I'd say, Alan, is in the final 20 metres of the match, pitch 20 yards, Germany haven't carved out enough chances, which they should have, with the possession they've had. Substitution, Giroud for Gignac.
Gignac comes on. Giroud being richly applauded. He wouldn't be richly applauded if the scoreline was 0-0.
True.
So it's a straight swap. They're 2-0 up, and a final German change. Leroy Sané will be coming on very shortly. The ball is back with Neuer. We've got 12.5 minutes of the regular 90 to go, plus 3-4 minutes of added time. Germany 2-0 down to the host France. France, remember, won the European Championship in 1984 on home soil. They won the World Cup in 1988 on home soil. There was also the victory in the European Championship in the year 2000. But here on home soil again, they are proving it makes a big difference. A big difference. Sané coming on, Schweinsteiger coming off.
He's done well to last the game, to be fair. He's played well, I think, Schweinsteiger. He used the ball. Alright, he gave the pen away. That was a bit silly. But he's passed the ball very well. He's looked pretty fit tonight.
That was clearly the key moment of the game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The penalty.
Yeah.
Free kick to Germany. Played quickly. Inside the last 12 minutes. Now it's swung into the penalty, and it almost fumbles over the line by the substitute Sané.
Wow.
Well, they've got a corner out of it. Did Lloris get a touch in that?
No.
Sané certainly got a touch on it. Anyway, it's a corner to Germany. It's tapped short to Ozil. Back to Cruz. Cruz swings across in again. It balls inside the penalty area, and then there's a shot high over the crossbar.
Well, snatched at it, haven't they? When it's been in the area, and that's poor defending. Poor Mustafi Reyes just lashed at it high. No composure, and that's what's let him down. Up to that 18-yard box have been excellent, Germany, but it's where it all counts.
Well, Germany have reached at least the semi-finals in the last 6 tournaments, including this one. They went on to become World Cup winners in Brazil, but they're not going to be European champions, not this year, not 2016. 10 minutes to go. France have got a corner as well as a 2-0 lead. Nobody's rushing. Griezmann sort of trotting across, and Didier Deschamps just emphasising with his body language, with his hands in particular, to calm down, keep cool, you're almost there. He wants them to make history. They're doing that. Griezmann's corner, left-footed, in-swinging corner, didn't beat the first defender, headed away. And now Sané can bring the ball forward. Powerful run forward by the substitute. Then he ran into one blue shirt too many, and it's swung by Pogba towards the far side of the field. Not quite brought under control, and the pass goes back to Neuer, and Neuer coolly plays it out. De Hovedez.
Yeah, they've pushed Matuidi to that left-hand side, haven't they, to stop the fullback coming forward.
Hovedez again to Ozil. Hovedez looks completely cream-crackered.
Yeah, he does.
He's exhausted. And so does Ozil, who can't keep the ball in play, and he was almost going to kick it away again there, which is what he did after the penalty was scored. He was booked on that occasion. Is that Joachim Low having a go at Ozil?
No, I think he's just shouting at the team, come on, more or less, that one, keep going, you might get something, and he's telling the throw-in man, Sagna, to hurry up.
Yeah, Sagna finally takes the throw-in. It was missed by the defender. And then there was a pull by Gignac, and that's going to be a free kick. That did its job, actually, the pull and the free kick. Just wasted some more time.
No, it was nothing. Well, there is. There's a slate too. Slate.
9 minutes left for play. Mustafi on the halfway line. Into Cruz. Cruz has been Germany's best player. Cruz plays it forward. There was a challenge by Conte, but no free kick.
Yep.
Well, I think the referee and the assistant. Oh, they've given a free kick.
Yeah, Evra was late. Let's give the free kick.
I think it's worthy of a free kick.
It'll be interesting if they score.
They get a goal back now, Germany. Who knows? There's the free kick. Swung on the header just over the crossbar by Huberdes.
Well, we said before the game they'd lost the height and the players in the box with suspension and injury. Huberdes gets up brilliant, doesn't he? In front of the defender, and he just heads it. He can't hit the target though. So what's let them down tonight?
Well, the last time the sides met was that awful night in November, the 13th of November at the Stade de France.
Yep.
So many deaths in the French capital city on that evening, and the terrorists were targeting the game at the Stade de France. Most of their efforts were beaten away by the authorities, thankfully, but so many lives were lost. The result was incidental. France beat Germany 2-0, as if it mattered. It didn't matter. This game does matter, of course. Semi-final of Euro 2016, and France are again beating Germany by 2-0.
You've got to say, Alan, listen, Germany are the better side, footballing side, there's no doubt about that, but you've got to say France have defended ever so well. I mean, they have really been excellent defensively tonight. You tell me, apart from a couple of shots outside the box, have not really carved out a real chance.
Would you give Portugal a chance?
No.
They may as well do a Hodgson.
There's always a chance. Listen, everybody's got a chance, but if France can keep this going.
Yeah, I think the Portuguese may as well do a Hodgson and go for a boat trip in the Seine. Now, France come forward again. Matuidi surging toward the penalty area, into the penalty area, crosses when he might have shot. Chose the wrong option, and it's out of play for a throw-in.
I was surprised there with Kimmich. He just let him run, and eventually the German players were screaming out to go and challenge him.
7 minutes to go. The ball is with Neuer, or at least it was. Now it's with Cruz. Cruz to Mustafi, and Mustafi with Kimmich available on the far side, chooses the shorter passing option to Ozil. Ozil back to Cruz. Ozil and Cruz certainly don't deserve to be in the losing side.
Oh, he's been excellent.
On from Huberdes to Hector. Hector plays it quickly to Muller. Muller still hasn't scored in the European Championship. Cruz to Ozil, Huberdes and Mustafi, and France have got everybody back in defensive position. 6 minutes left for play here on 5 Live. On it goes to the far side. Kimmich gets the cross in. It bounces a long way, but finally, ultimately, it was cleared by France. And look, they don't rush forward to meet their clearance. They're happy to let Germany have possession, thinking that the world champions have run out of ideas. It looks like it. But now the ball's just outside the penalty, the French penalty. The cross is swung in, and then it's not a great header away. Hector's after it, but he's beaten, and then Hector gets a foot on the ball and only taps it behind for a goal kick.
Brilliant.
Sissoko did the job required.
Did a great job. Heads it away, and then Hector, it just really tricks him into it, doesn't he? Look like he's going to clear it, looks like he's going to volley it. He heads it down, and as he's going to volley it, Hector tries to block it, ends up touching the ball.
Sissoko knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, there'll be no rush now, Lloris.
Yeah, and Deschamps was out of the dugout just cheering on his players, urging the support, as if actually he could complain for 1 second about the support that France have received tonight in the Stade Velodrome. Magnificent.
Yeah, top draw.
5 minutes to go. 15 minutes might not be enough for Germany in the circumstances they find themselves in. 2-0 down, but they're not going to give up. No German side ever gives up. That's a terrible pass back, and Griezmann is through. Griezmann is clear. Griezmann on a hat-trick. Griezmann up to the edge of the penalty area. Griezmann still has the ball, shoots slow straight at the goalkeeper Neuer.
Why didn't he shoot when he picked it up over the halfway line? Neuer was like 35 yards away from his goal.
6 goals. He wants to save the 7th for Saturday and the final against Portugal. Here's Sané for Germany. Sané taps the ball back into the penalty area. There's the cross, it's deep, not a great defensive header clear, but it ran to a French shirt, and now it's with Gignac. Tackle, loses the ball fairly, and it's with Cruz forward, Cruz tackle, good tackle by Conte, excellent. Now Sissoko, Conte rushes in support, Sissoko takes the hint, moves infield, now plays it back to the halfway line, tapped by Pogba, on by Sagna de Conte, and they're just playing the ball amongst themselves now, the French. Who can blame them? 3.5 minutes of the 90 remain. The crowd respond, they love this inter-blue passing. France lead by 2-0, while the German fans have persisted manfully in their support. The team has been the better side in the night, but maybe they haven't created the chances their possession merited.
No, listen, you kind of fault up the approach plays being great on the eye and the movement. Excellent. What you want is that the manager must be sitting there, but when they've gotten that final third, the last 20 yards, they've just not really had that killer instinct, and it's cost them.
Sagna with a throw-in, went to Griezmann plays it to Sissoko, Griezmann takes the return pass, Gignac's through the middle, Griezmann's down the right flank, in no hurry to move forward. No, he just taps it in to Pogba to Gignac now, left side of the the penalty here, shoots right footed, and it was scrambling for Neuer to get across, but in the end he got two hands on the ball and he throws it out.
There's a lot of tired legs in them white shirts of Germany, aren't there? France is the best bit of possession they've had the last 5 minutes, really.
Well, as soon as they took the lead, the French threw the penalty and added time at the end of the first half, after Germany had made all the running in the first 45 minutes, you knew that Germany were going to have to chase the game again. They've done that manfully, but Griezmann's second goal really has finished them off. Höwedes to Mustafi, 2 minutes to go. Mustafi attempts the pass towards the left side towards Hector. That one wasn't of Boateng proportions, and France have the ball and it's cleared. That's a good clearance by Sagna to Griezmann. Griezmann still short of the centre circle, on to Pogba just loops forward over the halfway line, on it goes to Sissoko down the right side. Now back to Griezmann has an available blue shirt on the far side, but Griezmann surges through the middle. Now he might bring that player into the game. No, he didn't. He goes down, and I thought that was a free kick, but he didn't get a free kick. Germany have the ball inside the centre circle. 80 seconds of the 90 minutes remain. Then we'll have additional time, but it can't be enough for Germany, surely. Ozil, not unless they score now, then there might be hope. Ozil back to Mustafi, and Mustafi onto the far side of the field. Muller attempts the cross, doesn't get it right, rebounds. Muller still has the ball in play, aims it again, right footed, that one's deeper but just as ineffective, and that's running behind for a goal kick to France.
Yeah, it's definitely France's night, isn't it? And I've got to give them credit the way they've defended. I think we've seen them better going forward, but overall Germany have just let themselves down in the final third. They played unbelievable, lovely football, class football to watch.
Irresistible French.
Well,
Kabai's coming on. I think it'll be Griezmann who's coming off.
He's struggling, isn't he?
Well, he's not looking towards the touchline just yet. Cabaye will come on, but not just yet. We're in the dying seconds of the 90 minutes. And here's the ball played in. Oh, and again it's cut out easily by France. And Conte jumps. Conte wins the ball in the air. Ball breaks into the centre circle. It's with Mustafi. How many minutes? 4 additional minutes. 2-0. France lead. Here's Cruz, arguably man of the match. Cruz plays the ball into the penalty area, which met by Koscielny, and Koscielny clears it straight out of play.
Sub.
Yeah, has to be a sub. Meantime, surprise, surprise, a French player is down lying.
I don't see why they do that though. You'd rather just get the game done. Stopping the game doesn't help.
It's Pogba, but he's back on his feet, and here is the change, and it is Griezmann who's coming off.
Yeah.
Stand by for the applause. He's not looking anywhere near the fourth official at the moment. Now the referee has to turn to Griezmann and say, "It's you, son. You've done your job. 2 goals." He shakes the hand of the Italian referee, and most of the Stade Velodrome stands to applaud Griezmann of Atletico Madrid. 2 goals tonight, 6th in total in the European Championship. I think he might be the leading goal scorer.
Yeah, definitely. He's played well tonight, I've got to say. He's been a positive. 2 goals, but his link-up play's been good, his movement. Been impressed tonight.
Right, from the throw-in, Neuer's over the halfway line for Germany. He can't stay up there, surely. He passes to a colleague, then the cross into the penalty area. And if France counter-attack here, Neuer's rather stranded upfield. Oh, there's a foul. Foul and a free kick to Germany. Kroos caught in the back. Yep. This one's too far out for a shot at goal. This one's 40 metres from goal. Well, Kroos is going to take it.
So to catch him offside again.
It's chipped into the penalty area. Headed away by France. Headed back in there by Germany. Running to Götze. Götze flicks it on towards the near side of the field. It's with Ozil. Ozil plays it back to Kroos. We've got 2 minutes of added time remaining. It's 2-0 to France. And now Draxler to the far side. Mustafi swings the cross in. Free header, great save! Magnificent save by Lloris. I don't think it would have made much material difference. It would only have been 2-1 instead of 2-0. But that was a brilliant save by the captain. Another ball played in, and this time the header's wide by Götze.
Well, go back. They should have scored there, Goethe, by the way. That far post, Kroos again, wonderful ball. But this ball comes in. I was just saying he should score, Goethe, from Kroos' cross. But the first one, what a header.
Well, it came off Muller finally. I don't think he knew much about it.
No, what a save though. Lloris,
what a save
left
from
hand,
Lloris.
Gets it away around the post. Fantastic. It's got your names on it.
Yeah, it does look that way. Ronaldo and company may have something to say, but I just haven't seen enough really dominating play by Portugal in the European Championship to suggest that they're really going to trouble France in the Stade de France on Sunday evening, and you'll hear it on 5 Live, of course. Germany, to the great credit, continue to attack, but Conte has shown since he's come on as substitute the impact he can make as a defensive midfield
he's
player.
He's come on and done a job. He's gone in the middle and put Matuidi left because Payet obviously didn't let you enjoy the tracking side of the game, and it's they've stopped that right hand side, which was a big part of Germany play tonight.
Conte clears the ball.
Balls out.
It's headed out of play. It's going to be a throw in.
French throw. No rush now.
It's a throw in to France when they finally decide to take it in the far side of the field. Griezmann and company on the touchline, or near the touchline, ready to rush on to cheer their colleagues. Sané breaks into the penalty area, falls over, not a penalty kick.
He's going to give it there. Changed his mind, the ref.
Well, I don't think so. But now Neuer's off his line, and that was spotted by the French player who hit it mightily upfield, but Neuer managed to chest the ball down. We've had our 4 minutes of added time. Neuer clears it once more. The French fans want the final whistle. It's not given yet.
No, it's offside.
It's an offside flag. There was a whistle blown, but only for a free kick. Well, Mustafi was down on his knees.
That's it.
Thinking it is all
That's
over.
it.
And now it is all over. Celebrate, France. France have beaten Germany by 2-0. Both goals scored by Griezmann. Didn't dominate the game though.
No, but they took the chances, and that's what it's all about. Listen, I'm a great believer in possession and looking after the ball, Alan, but Germany's approach play's been wonderful to watch on the eye. Final thirds let them out, but Griezmann knew how to put the ball in the back of the net.
It's France against Portugal on Sunday.